In this video I'm going to start from a step further here. In the last video we have studied about the animal cell. So in that we have used inner cheek cells, and whereas in the plant cells we have used onion here. Okay, we in that also we comes to know that all the plants are made up of what? Cells here. Okay, like animals also. Now cells in all parts of the plant have tiny rod shaped structure called the plastids. Cells in all parts of a plant. Here we know that already plant is made up of what? Cells. So cells will be obviously it will be present in all parts of the plant here. Yes, so cells in all parts of the plant, so have, which are having cells. So cells have a tiny rod shaped structure. It is having, which is having cells. It is having a tiny rod shaped structure, and this tiny rod shaped structure we will call plastids here. Okay, plastids. Or some plastids, example chloroplast. This chloroplast which is contains the chlorophyll. Okay, so which makes them a green. So because of this chlorophyll, plants looks like a green color here. Okay, and helps in the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means what it will be doing? It will be preparing its own food, which plant and trees and all. Okay, so here in this up to here, cells in all parts of the plant which is having a tiny rod shaped structure, and this tiny rod shaped structure we will call plastids. Okay, in that some plastids like a chloroplast contains the chlorophyll. So because of this chlorophyll, plants looks like a green color. Okay, looks up a green color and helps in the again photosynthesis. Now this was about the green plant. Now in a non-green parts, they help in the storage of the substance. Okay, so in a non-green parts they help in the storage of substance. Who they andre? They means here plastids. Okay, now plant cells have a large empty looking space called the vacuoles. Now look at the picture here. This is a plant cell. Here it is the large, as you can see here, space which is a completely empty. It is what we will call, which is called vacuole. Okay, so this helps the plant cells to store some important substance. I mean get rid of the waste also, and which maintains the shape of the cell like a rectangular shape here. Okay, now what is the function of vacuole here? This helps the plant cells to store some substance, and also it will remove some waste, and which maintains the shape of the cell here. Okay, now this gives the again strength and support to the plant also. Who? Vacuoles. Support to the plants. In animal cells, vacuoles are usually not present. Usually not present. If it is present also, they are usually very small in size, not like in a plant. Okay, these small vacuoles store certain substance dissolved in a water. So cell is not just a simple bag of liquid. It is a complex structure made up of many different parts, each with its own spherical function to allow the cell, and it turns the entire organisms to work. So in animal it will be, vacuoles will be, if it is present, it will be in very small size. Okay, and what these vacuoles it will do, it will store some dissolved substance in a water here. Now cell here what we can say, cell is not just a simple bag of a liquid here. Okay, it is a complex structure. Okay, what we will say, it's a very simple we will think, but it is a complex structure, means it is having very again parts. It is having like that we can say complex structure made up of many different parts. Complex is nothing but it is made up of what? Many different parts. Still it is a micro. The each parts whatever it is present in the cells, no, each are doing a special function, means each part it is having a special of its work to allow the cell in terms the entire organisms to work here. If the cell is working properly, the entire organism what it will do, it will do work properly here like that. Okay, so this is the what schematic diagram for the animal cell, and here it is a plant cell. Okay, so as we have studied, in the plant cell we are having cell wall. Okay, in animal and in a plant cell we are having the common, that is cell membrane, nucleus. Okay, and here it is a cytoplasm which is present, which will be present between the nucleus and cell membrane here. Okay, now vacuoles it is having in the plant cell, and it is having mitochondria, that is in both. We now understand the basic structure of cell. Yes, we understand, and we now also understand the plant and animal cells differ from in the shape and in the structure also. Now the next question is that, do different animal cells also vary in their shape and structure? Now we understand that the plant and animal cells are different in shape and even the structure also. Now if I am talking about only animal cells, whether each the cells are different in shape or structure, the question is, okay, Now for this question we will understand by this next topic. Okay, now variation in shape and structure of the cells here. Okay, now here the muscle cells and the nerve cells of the human are shown in the figure 2.6a and b. See here, this is a muscle cell and this is a what, nerve cell here. Okay, now this is also what, these are the cell, but it is having again different shape and different structure it is having. Okay, and obviously if it is having different shape and structure, the function of these cells will be what, different only here. Okay, now what are the similarities and difference, you can see them. Okay, now a muscle cells, which is here, this one is a shape like a spindle. So here this is a muscle cells, how it looks like, it's shaped like a spindle, like a structure. Whereas the look at the nerve cell, it is having a very long and has a branches. Now it is having a long cell compared to this, and this is, you can see here, we can see here it is a branches. Okay, now similarly some cells are a round in a shape, not only this, apart from this the cells will be in a round shape, while other some are long and it may be thin. Okay, now the number of cells also varies in a different organisms. Okay, so in a different organisms, presence of a cells will be different in a numbers. Okay, why do all cells look so different from each other? The now question is, why not all the cells are same here, why it is looking different from each other? Now does the shape and structure of the cell relate to its function? Yes, as we know that different cells will be having a different function here. Okay, so due to the different in shape and structure, whether the cell is having a different function here. Okay, so to this we have to find the answer now. Here is the answer for that. See here, the unique shape and size and structure of cells help them carry out their specific function here. Okay, but how do these cells help in the performing various function in the body here? Let us find out now. Now we observe in activity 2.3 that inner cheek cells are very thin and it was a flat here. Okay, they form a protective lining on the inner surface of the cheek here. So these cheek cells, what it is forming? It is forming a lining which is protecting lining on the inner surface of the cheek here. So nerve cells also known as a neurons, as we have in the last page we have studied no nerve cell, which is a long and it is having a branches. So nerve cell also we can say neurons here, which carries the message in our body here. So the function of this neuron or a nerve cell, that is it carries the messages. Okay, the elongated shape and a branch structure help them to reach a different parts of the body and passes on message quickly here. So here neurons carries the message. Okay, now how it is the structure of neurons here, which is a elongated shape, means it is having a long shaped and which is having a branched structure. Okay, and due to this branch, what it will do, it will reach the different parts of the body and passes the message very quickly here. Okay, and neurons will be connecting with each other here. Not only there will be here and here there will be neuron present, these neurons will be connecting one by one after the one, like that. Okay, so through that only the message it will be passing through that. Okay, now similarly plant cells also shows the variation. Okay, in plants too, cells may be rectangular shape, or it may be elongated, or it may be oval shape, or even a tube-like structure it may have, which cells. Okay, some plant cells form long tube that help carry a water throughout the plant here. Okay, so some plant cells forms the long tube like a structure, and due to this long tube like a structure, it will carry the water throughout the plant here. Okay, now which are these long tube? So these long tubes are nothing but xylem, which carries the water and some dissolved minerals in the water here. Now we have already studied the digestive system in a grade 7. Different parts of the digestive systems are made up of different types of cells. Okay, in a digestive system, it starts from the mouth, right? So from the mouth, this stomach it is having. Okay, for that also helping a liver, which is helping because which is producing some digestive juice here. Okay, and from the mouth to stomach, how it is going? It is going through the food pipe, or we can say esophagus here. Okay, now from the stomach it is going to the small intestine, later it going to the larger intestine. Okay, so now here whatever the organs are there, no, the different organs are made up of a different types of cells here. Okay, now a group of muscle cells which is present in the food pipe. Okay, food pipe is nothing but esophagus also we can say here. Okay, so this food pipe, how it is made up? With the help of muscle cells here. Okay, now what is the function of this cell? We will see. These cells contract and relax in a wave like a manner. So what it will do, it will push the food down to the stomach here. Okay, see here, this food pipe, in that we are having a muscle cells. So what is the function of this? This is a contract and relaxing. So it is making like a wave like a manner. So what it will do, food it will get pushed to the stomach here. I'll show the picture for that. See here, it is contract and now released. Okay, now here it is contract, again in the next step it will get released here. So by this the food it will be going to the stomach here. Okay, and this movement, which movement, that food is passing to the stomach. So this movement is possible because that muscle cells which is having a thin, which is a thin and flexible and a spindle like a shape, that's why it is helps to move the food here. Okay, now the stomach also has a different types of cells for performing the different function here. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the stomach. Okay, in the stomach also we are having a different types of cells and which perform the different function here. Now muscle cells in the stomach wall help churn the food. Now here also some muscle cells which is present, but which is present in the stomach wall. Okay, so this muscle cells, it will helps to churn the food here. Other cells in the inner lining of the stomach produce the digestive juices here. Now this was about the muscle cells which churn the food, okay, which is present in the stomach wall here. It's very important. And other cells which is present inner lining of the stomach here, inner lining of the stomach here, and these cells which produce the digestive juice here and acid. And that this digestive juices and acid that helps to break down the food here. Okay, now all these cells, what it will do, it will be working together to make a digestion possible here. It's not that one time it will work and other time it doesn't work. It's not like, all the cells have, it will be working together, then only the digestion is possible here. Okay, now in the next video I'm going to talk about what are the levels of organization in the body of the living organism here. Okay, thank you.